welcome back, everybody, to the 2025 Derby City Classic. This is the second of three great events. This is the One Pocket event, and I am your host, Scott Frost. These two players will lag for the break, and these are two great players. Evan Lunda, who has seemed to really come through the ranks over the last couple of years, is playing, well, the very well-known T-Rex Tony Chohan. Both players do have a loss. This is a race to three. This is one pocket, like I said. Person that wins the lag wins the break. It will be alternate break from there. The first person to make 8 of any ball in their designated pocket will win the game. 3-foul rule is in effect. No jump cues. Might be worth mentioning that Chohan is into the finals with Fedor Gorst in the bank pool. So there is a lot riding on this match for Tony. And I would say that Evan is a very formidable opponent. Matter of fact, I would say that this is almost a coin toss, or probably really is. We need a Fargo for one pocket. Well, he was a favorite. Evan missed the head ball, and this is something yours truly tends to do when I break, but what he did is just kind of overspin the cue ball, and it didn't get back in time. So right out of the gate, Tony, with a look to really actually win game number 1. 7 ball lays good with the 14. Just stay above it. Yeah, he didn't want to get into it that much. Now a little funny. Gonna cut the 5. Needs to shake the 3 up. And this is all just because he ended up on the rail on the 5. I really think he was trying to stop short because he could have played the 14-7, and it kind of opened everything up. Does this cross? Staying aggressive. This is the only angle we have, but it's pretty good. I can't tell, though. If you can see all of the 6, I would doubt it. He's great at the twist back bank, and so he's looking at the 9. He'd just like to get over past the 14. Very tough here, though. It's pretty tight to the rail. Yeah, that ball didn't really turn much. I felt like he hit it very good. Tony does know Evan's game quite well. Sneaky player, Evan Lunda. And obviously Tony, probably the most creative player in the business, or is. Can you get him behind the 9? Just going to stop on the 7. Going up to the 3 now. Really just playing cue ball here. I don't believe he's going to try to make this. And now it's starting to get ugly for Evan because of the 9 and 8 that are jumbled up there. Or 9 and 4. for me to tell I'm getting old. If you can see the 6, I think you just got to go forward on the 6, sending it 2 rails. You'd like to open those 2 balls up if you could. Yeah, and that's why he caught it thin. He was trying to catch those 2 balls tied up. I'm just going to send him up table, I believe. I believe Tony said I tried to open him up. But you kind of did. You left him the 6. Yeah, wide. Not exactly sure why he drew it back that far. Obviously, I don't believe he meant to come all the way out like he did. Is he entertaining the shot here? Now he's not. I'd like to butter him up in behind the 4 and 1. But he might feel good about cut banking the 9 if he thinks he can move the 4 and 1 over or out. Good as that. Stopped his cue ball on a dime. Yeah, do you come off the 3 here? Can you come off the 1? Just don't want to threaten leaving the 6, but these balls are very friendly the way they're laying for Chohan. The 2 will spot up. You make a ball in any other pocket besides your own or your opponent's. It will spot up. If you make a ball for your opponent, he gets to keep it. Unless you scratch. Then 1 will come up from his pocket that you made and 1 from yours. Looking at the carom to the 2 maybe. Well, you're only down 4 balls to 0. I do understand your position is terrible. But is it time to do this? It seems like the 2 is a long ways away from that stripe. Going against it now. Yeah, I don't think that was a bad decision, but felt like you could have gone a little more to the left side of the table to keep Tony off the 6. Well, he continues to make a ball accidentally. Never fails in this game. Lunda is great at the spot shot, or at least against yours truly. Everybody remembers the ball that he cut out of the corner pocket, back cut it to his pocket. Now he played the carom. Look at the cue ball, how it finished. Does the 6 have the 13 covered? Tell you what, he hit it really, really good. It's a little cold-blooded that Tony can see the 13. I actually thought he made the carom. Yeah, and Tony by no means comfortable. He knows that this kid can come with it. He's extremely creative as well. Has his own little style. Very sleek style, very smooth player. Creepy with the moves. Grew up in Detroit. It's a moving town. A lot of players there lean more on their moving game versus the offense. Going to the 11 here, maybe. No. Thought he might shoot the 11 into the 13 towards the 6. That's going to sting. I think Tony can get to the 11. He's not acting like it, though. Wow. Great effort. You can bet Evan's probably going here. Somehow with the 13. I don't know if he crosses it. There's a scratch at play if he does. Might have to shorten it. Or the 3. But really, I think this is going to be your best opportunity. I feel like there's huge value. I don't know what the 6 is doing with that stripe, but I feel like that's close as well. It might be low, but I think if you get below the 6, you can turn that stripe up. Yeah, really just trying to figure out what he wants to do. If he crosses this, watch the scratch off that stripe. Oh, wow. If that ball falls, what a big difference, because I think the combo played, the triple combo. And another reason I think it plays is I think Tony's worried about Evan being able to kick at it the way he's acting. Yes, and that's why he's trying to come off of one of them. So, if that ball falls, this game is close. Problem with the kick is that the stripe to the left of the 6, which I believe is the 11, you would have to catch, I think, the top side of it pretty heavy. Because I believe the stripe in front of the 6 is going towards the chalk a little bit. I could be wrong. So you want to throw that ball upward. It was dead wired. He caught the bottom side of it. Surprised Tony left him that, to be honest. And maybe he had to throw it up, actually. He's looking at the 6 bank, but he will not shoot it. I don't believe. You're back in the game. I just don't know what more you get from here. And the bank is not easy. And you're back in the game. Yeah, I don't know there about the decision, right? Even if he makes the 6, that's kind of what I'm touching on. What do you go to here? The 3 a little funny. Comfortable to shoot the 10 because you know you can move the 6. This will tell us how he's feeling if he shoots the 3. You can't fault him. You get a lot more comfortable over the stripe when you know you're going into the back of the 6. Versus if you just pinch the 3 and hang it up, could cost you pretty heavy. Twisting the 11 up. Oh, wow. He is very, very good at it. playing for two. So the decision on the 6 for Lunda is the true cost of this rack. It's going to probably 2-rail a 4 here. I don't think the kiss is there. Watch the scratch in the lower right. Just short.
Desk is looking for Lucas Picasso Werner. Lucas Picasso Werner to the tournament desk, please.
Yeah, in a real tough spot now, the way these balls lay. And kind of going at the 6. I still, Evan's a real sharp player. Maybe he had like a notion that he was way behind in the game versus actually recognizing, hey, listen, I was in a real bad spot. He's got 4, now I've got 2. Let's just see what happens from here and push him up table. Yeah, you can just thin the 1 towards the 6. Oh boy. Did not intend on that. He wanted to just chip it towards the top side of the 6. So a chance for Evan to get at least 1. Does have great touch. They both do. Here he's going to try and bank this and go into the 2 maybe. Here he comes. That's going to stop the run though. Is he looking to kick the 2? I think you just got to stay passive here. I played it long past the 7. Very well done. Yeah, so he was hoping if he missed it short. Federgorst shoots that shot. I don't really care for it, just for that reason, but if you make sure to play that 3-railer short, you're okay. Alright, creeping back. Just wants to play this long again. And we can see the talent of Evan Lunda. Nice touch. Here's her kiss here. Looking at the 3-railer or the 1-railer. I believe the 3-railer, but watch the cue ball. Yeah, in order to avoid the kiss, he kind of had to go forward with the cue ball. But he made it, so 2 will spot up. He's made every crazy bank so far, but watch the cue ball here. If he draws it, pretend he drew it. I don't know. Maybe kiss wasn't really in play. I don't know why he didn't dig into it more. Maybe he felt like the kiss was there. A great hit. Tony gonna cross the 9. excuse me, the one. Caught it real heavy. Good cue ball, but the reason he caught it heavy is the scratch is always big in this lower right corner with that shot. You can catch it too thin. Surprised he's not going at the 2 here. Gonna send them both to his side of the table. Oh, wow. Boy, is he dialed in with the bank or not? I say so. I mean, those are not easy banks that he's coming with. Wow. And then this shot to follow it up. That's the shot you miss after coming with all these great banks. So this youngster feeling real good. You gotta ask yourself why play the cross corner if you're Tony. I get it. You want to get it over with, but you could just send those balls up table. All right. We got action. Both players need 1. And what a little series that was. Now, if you're Evan, do you recognize, hey, I'm here, let's not push something incredibly difficult? Maybe wait a little longer now, just chip this over. Just trying to roll it in. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't just 2-rail it over to the right side and go up table, but maybe there was a kiss there. I think Tony can avoid this. It's close. Yeah, always tough to roll that ball in with distance. Yeah, I can't imagine him passing up something offensive here. He's going to kick 1 rail behind it with the bridge. This is his forte. Not today. I think you just want to go with a high inside ball here to just kind of arc the cue ball and hold it there. Boy, is he looking to kick at this ball from this far out. It's in a big ball position, but geez, this is really gambling.
I need Lucas Picasso Werner to the tournament desk, please. Lucas Picasso Werner to the tournament desk.
Well, guess what? Sometimes it pays to gamble. You hit it pretty good. He's got Tony corner hooked. Yeah, I mean, ultra aggressive. It wasn't a big ball position, meaning if you catch it correctly, he's trying to come behind this. What a crazy game this has been. What an amazing game this has been. I mean, just 3 minutes ago, Lunda needed every ball on the table and they were all in terrible positions. I mean, this is a monumental game to win. He's got a grin on his face like, how am I about to do this? Yeah. Probably shocking himself a little bit from this position that he was just in. Tony likes this 2-railer. Both of these guys playing extremely aggressive. I feel like Evan's not quite this aggressive normally, but maybe changing his style up a little bit versus Tony. And he's way behind in the ball count, so that makes a difference. He might go at this. Really got to swerve this ball, though, with an outside ball. Yeah, long. Feel like the brakes have been pumped a little bit. Both of these guys were executing at an unreal level. I like what he did there. I'm gonna try and check this with an inside ball past the 3. Yeah, so he's going to use a massive inside ball here to check it off this bottom rail. Trying to avoid the 3. Yeah, the check was not really there due to the speed. Can 3 rail this ball? Now he is passing it up. Can't blame him.
Lucas Picasso to the turn desk.
If I miss, I lose.
Can he 3 reel the 6 around the 3? Negative.
No choice, baby.
Pretty surprised that Evan just kind of left the cue ball out open there. I thought he could come off the left side of one of those balls and put him up the other end of the table. Yeah, I think you've just got to come over to the lower left corner here and chip off of it, or the left side of the table over here. Now just looking to clip the underneath maybe and go to the top left corner. No, this is weak. Yeah, I felt like maybe just laying it to the left side. The cue ball was kind of tracking to the corner pocket there. The way this rack has gone, you got to feel like whoever wins this rack is going to win the match, or a heavy, heavy favorite. Now he's overturned it. So each player kind of respecting the other a little bit more and more each inning. Phew. This is tricky to keep Evan off of something. I'm off the left side of the 6 here. Yeah, he did well, recognizing he could put him in a double kiss on the 3. through this if you're going to two-rail this to your pocket. Don't let it creep forward. Fooled me. When he was addressing that at times, it looks like he's going to get through the ball well. Tony looked at the cross corner on the 6. This is a little different, but it was the one ball earlier when there was 2 balls on the spot. He caught it full. It really cost him. Is he cutting at this? I don't think so, but he cut it one way tougher. Against myself. Well, he's left a 3-railer, I believe, on the 6 now. It's going to be long. He's kind of gone from real aggressive to maybe a little over passive. I feel like you could two-rail this possibly. Is he looking at it? There's nothing wrong with just bringing it back up here. It's an interesting play. Watch the kiss on the right side of the table.
Willie Parks, Campbell Creed. Willie Parks, Campbell Creed. You're on the clock.
Was going to come off the 3, and I think he's back to it again. Well, there is a 2-railer on this 3. He can just stop right there. Playing for 1. And that looks close. Just wide. Is he cutting at this? Hard to predict what these two will do. Evan, real tricky. I feel like you can 2-rail this 3. Wow, he continues to put it on Tony's side. Not seen too many players do this. He's gone out of his way to do this type of thing a couple of times now. 3 times now. When he has the opportunity to bring it down towards where the chalk is, he's putting it over here, and maybe for good reason. I'm not knocking it, it's just something I haven't seen a lot of players do. And look at what it's earned him. Alright, he missed a spot ball just a bit ago. Got this one down. What a massive game for Lunda in game number 1. I mean, that game right there will go down in history as a wild one. Race to 3. Held his break. Chohan must win this rack. And round 5, Tony beat Hennessy 3-2 in round 6. Beat Lunda 3-2, so living on the edge. Round 7, he beat Lucas Fracasso Werner 3-1. All right, can Evan get to the 14? Let me remind you that Tony's in the finals of the Banks. A loss here could prove really painful, because he's in a real good position for the all-around, which is another $20,000. Tony took his first loss to Shane Van Boning in round 9, which was the previous round, 3-1. Okay, you got a guard against the 11. Evan can bank it from anywhere. So you want to get the cue ball out of there. Oh, wow. I would like to get a look at that again, if possible. Awesome. Plays it to the bottom of the 8. Yeah, really, really good. Hard to miss that kiss. Thank you very much. I don't think Tony will pass up the 14-11. Unless the 11's off more than I think. Problem is, he's a little below the 14 with the cue ball, so he's concerned about leaving the 13 maybe. Just hard to turn it down. I think he's going to try and draw past the 2. Wow. And that right there is the difference between winning and losing. That ball just held up. Pro cut pockets, 4.5 inch, blue label black diamond, aramith balls, Simonis cloth. Does not get any better. Yeah, trying to corner hook him there, I think. Trying to catch the bottom half of the 8, send the cue ball towards the stack or towards the 3 and 10. Got it full. Believe Evan can see the 14 now. If not, it's real close. Yeah, tried to kick behind it and catch it full. No rail. Wide open for T-Rex. Lunda gonna 0-1. Squeezed it in, but definitely a lot heavier than he meant to hit it. Do you go to the 13 now and take a chance at opening them, or do you come to the 5 and 8 first? I think you pick these two off up top first. Yeah, a little flinch there in the back arm. You'll be alright. Just twist below. Once you get down below the 10. Interesting. Yeah, I saw a couple little flinches there in the arm. Kind of the same scenario as last game, right? Evan trailing 4 to -1 here. He was trailing 4-0 last game. The balls are not in as bad a position for him here. Yeah, I think you've just got to kick to the 5. Is it frozen? If it is frozen, it might change his decision. He doesn't want to take another foul, but I think it's worth it. The reason he doesn't want to hit it hard, meaning the 5 or the kick, is he doesn't want to leave Chohan a bank on the 13, but I think that's okay too, right? Just get into the 5 a little bit more. If you foul, you foul. Yeah, really nice. Decided to come all the way through it. That was by design. He knows all the shots. Does he have Tony in a position where he might have to take a foul? Doesn't want to. He's going to chip off this ball. Really softly. Did he leave anything on the 13? Yeah, so instead of just losing a ball, now the position of the cue ball is in such a dominant position for Evan that if he sniffs something out, Tony can lose the game from it. You're not going to lose a game by placing a cue ball, by taking a foul, most likely. Look at the 7. Okay. Turned out for the best for T-Rex. Does he have to punch the 3 or can he just roll forward? I think the 9 helps him here. The 13 might be on. Struggle bus. They both started out on fire. I wouldn't get too worried about the 713 here. What I mean by that is if he just rolls the 3 in, it's so deep that I don't know that you can get anywhere. Wow. Huh. Okay. So he was worried about Tony kicking the 713, but can't he get to it now if that's the case, or is the 7 just a little bit low? Lunda now owes 2. He clearly did not want Tony kicking at the 7. Even if he didn't get the 13 down, the cue ball probably finishes in the pile. Gonna be in a worse position, but I don't know. Just gonna clear the 6-10 here. So maybe it wasn't too bad a shot. Evan is at the table. You can't fault his decision. I'm definitely not going to see what he sees. Look at this hit. Nasty. He keys in on the low side of the ball and then goes to an inside ball. Hard to tell what he's using on the cue ball. Just the one play, if it does, could really change things here. Don't think he can get at the 13. I don't think the 13 might not even pass the 7. If the 1 does pass the 7, probably a lot of value there. He could at minimum get to the 5. But it's going to kind of juggle some things open. It's got to be tight. It's got to be a little awkward. Looks like he wants to just level out now. Come across. Or go into the 9.
Come on, hit it.
That didn't look too difficult. Or he just made it look that easy. Now looking at the 7, I believe. Oh, just the 15 pass. Wow. That would change everything. Maybe that's where his focus was. Big moves by Lunda. If the 13 goes, it could be curtains. He started out owing 2. Comes with the back cut long railer, swinging the cue ball around. My goodness. Now does he have a line to draw to the 3 or the 9 and open those up? clearly did not think the 2 was going to get away from him like that. Maybe just off hit it a little. He's human. So now looking at the stripe down here, is he worried about the 2 that he has to spot, or is he worried about something else? Maybe he doesn't want to do what he did in game number 1, because he is back into this game. And a great run, really a great run. 5 balls from all kind of tough spots. I think he forgot he owed 2. Wonder if that would have changed his decision. Yeah, you're gonna probably hit this pretty soft. Tony's kind of got to be wondering what he's got to do. Evan definitely has his attention. Try and lay him down below the 3 here. Kept him off the 1, I believe. Yeah, I'm probably wrong again. This angle does trick me. It's actually a tough bank to judge because you just can't tell sometimes how much that ball is going to open up when you're rolling it. He's got a cross corner here, which it looks close. It will carry position. He can swerve with an inside and wrap around for the 9-10-4. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Maybe just caught it thick. Obviously did. He's trying to get to the 9. Gonna 2-rail this, or looking to 2-rail this and just stun down, but it's pretty steep. Meaning he'd have to cut the 9 a little more than he wants. Oh, caught the point. Where do you go here with the cue ball? Do you just go towards the 2? Or can you just hold? He's great. He's got soft hands. He can hold. Yeah, really easy to hold, or it makes it look easy to hold, but caught the 5 too thick. So a few stumbles here and there, but for the most part, both these guys playing at a very high level. And snatch this back. Did he land in the middle of nowhere? Wow, not only that, over everything. Can he get to the 5? I'm gonna cut the 9, I believe. Yeah, I can't fault him. He's got to believe when he's that close to it. At worst, he hangs it up. Just caught it thick. So some funny things happening. You can clearly see they both respect each other's games. You can just see it kind of in their movements and in their selections. Very familiar with one another. Tony spent a lot of time in Detroit as well. Wow. I was about to say, is he actually trying to cut bank this ball? He is so good with the straight low. Wow. I figured he'd two-rail that. Like, it's hard to call what he's going to do at this point. Very deceiving. And he's deceiving when you play him. The big strength of his. It's hard to predict. I can probably predict what Tony does just because I know his game so much better than what Lunda will do. And the way Lunda cues the cue ball is very, very misleading. And not saying that it's bad in any way. Trying to roll this in. I'm wondering if the 6 is pretty good to Tony's corner. Makes a big difference if Evan can see the 4 or not. And there's that spot shot that he plays with real soft speed. All the while thinking, just don't hit it too thick. I think he's left Tony kind of awkward here. Watch the kiss. Oh, wow. Just avoided. Just avoided the pocket as well. Hit it about as good as you could. Well, he kicked a ball like this earlier, but the one he kicked earlier was out way more towards the center of the table. This time just going to knock it out with a high inside. Try and keep the cue ball somewhere in the area of the 4. That'll work. They might not be laying like I thought. I felt like the 6 might throw towards Tony's pocket. Looked like he wanted to come off the 6 there. I don't know what you can do with the 4. Yeah, is he looking? I mean, the 6 must be close to his pocket. Is he looking coming into the back of the 2? Both players playing for 2, 6 balls apiece. Lunda was trailing 4 balls to -2. Buckle your seatbelts. Is he going to play that? Yeah, the body movement there, jumping up pretty heavy. Could be tired, Big Tony. For good reason. This tournament is not for the faint of heart. That's what the Derby City Classic is all about. I think he wants to draw out here. Just past the 2. Wide again with the straight back. It's the only bank he misses. Ever.
Alright, there's players just had a 5-3 match.
Yeah, see, I like this shot. A lot of players are scared to leave it because these guys are so good at back cut banking that to the top left, but I feel like a lot can go wrong when you leave this shot. Wanted to get the 4 down a little more. What does the 6 and 2 look like? Can he like cut the 6 towards his pocket and one rail the 2 to his side? Kind of draw down to the lower left corner? Yeah, no doubt. I'm really surprised. I guess just a big mishit from Evan. Can't imagine he was trying to catch the 4 that full. He knew better than to leave Tony below those balls. Great shot by Chohan. Now, the pressure cooker. Now he's going to be thrilled with that. Not easy, that ball there, under the circumstances. 1 game apiece. These guys are fighting for their lives. Chohan fighting for that all around. Evan Lunda lost in round 9 to Lee Van Corteza, which was the last round, and he lost 3 games to 1. So they both lost last round, and they're both going to take a break. We'll be right back. We are back. Yeah, kind of, just going through some of the scenarios and shots that Lunda's come with in this match so far. The bank he played last game that was below the side, and he was like straight with it and had to back cut, long rail bank it to the top left, was one of the best banks I've seen in quite a while. He was trailing 4 balls to -2. Come back and tied it up at 6 apiece and left Tony the double-double, 2-6 combination. Had to have just been a mishit on the bank by Evan. But if they were that close, I kind of feel like he should have moved them a long time ago. Maybe didn't have a chance. Missed the head ball the first time. Didn't miss it that time. Yeah, he might be forced to come off the 1 here. That's how good this is. Very well done. Kept the 1 in a good space and used the 9 coming off the 5. And now you got a guard against the 1. So he's looking up here, which might give Tony a chance to gain a better position. I don't know, though. I might let Tony swing from the center down here on that 1. Tony probably won't even go at it. If you leave him down here in the lower left, I think it's a pretty good chance to get out of the break. So now drawing over, maybe. Yeah. Good cue ball. Good object ball. Now I think he's got to come off the 1. Could wedge him up behind the back of the 9. What happened there? That was intended. Just laid him low. He's looking to try and flick the top side of the 1 here. I think so. Pretty darn good. Did the 1 wire up. How did he do there? My goodness. Yeah, this is big trouble. I don't know if he can get to the 6. If he can't get to the 6, like the right side of the 6, looking at the 4, 12, 14, 3. Well, that would be crazy. The 12 was actually headed towards his pocket as well, but he was playing cue ball. Great play. Great speed. Yeah, can he see the 7? Changes everything. Then he can smack it towards the 4 and stun down below the 9, possibly. A couple of options here. Couldn't see enough of the 7. Great. Again behind the 9. Working very hard, T-Rex. How is he trying to get up behind the wall? Did he get there? He wanted to get up behind the wall right here, the 15, 10, 5, and 3. this with pace. Oof. I was wondering what the 5 would do. Look at the cue ball. Publisher's Clearinghouse. Moved everything. Yeah, watch this. Going into the left side of the 7. Great stuff. And that's how good it was. He's going to have to kick 2 rails. Pretty good stuff here. I think he can catch the 12 or the 6, so he can hit it with a little more speed. And that ball kind of fell down on him there. Here we go, Lunda in the negative again. This has really been a good game of cat and mouse. They're just completely battling for position. Love to have gotten him up under the 5. What's the 3 doing? Is there a chance of banking the 3 towards the 9 and punching down to the lower left? Kind of testing T-Rex with the cut on the stripe. He's not going to entertain that. Shooting the 8. Very good. Okay, look at this. He's going to carry him. Crossing the 4, going... He's looking to carry him, I should say. Crossing the 4 and going off the stripe and hoping to lay down. Yeah, he's just weighing it out. Just going to trim. Oof. Could have caught the 7 and been bad. Fun to watch, tough to commentate. These two. Now I know how Danny DiLiberto and Billy and Cardona felt back when I was playing. These guys are actually, in my opinion, a little bit more aggressive at times. I was not this aggressive, I don't feel like, in tournaments. Money games, it was a lot different story. Got him covered up completely here. Yeah, what do you do here? I'd love to be able to get to the 7 full. Yeah, can he just come off the stripe that's below the 2 softly? It's not going to do him any good. It's going to fram. Stun forward. Yeah, I'd take a look at this situation before you go to the 13. problem with the one ball is he can't draw it. Okay, the jacket's coming off. Is this what it takes to get the jacket off? My goodness. I don't feel like it's got a pocket. He can do a lot of damage, but unless the 3 becomes a big ball, Tony might be able to clear everything. Yeah, I can't fault him for doing anything like this because there's such a big reward. Gotta credit Tony for the shot he made, putting him over the 6, just to bide some time. And just decided to stop. Impossible for me to tell what he can get to down there. We know it's really bad if he starts looking up at the 3.
Chris Busby to tournament, please. Chris Busby to tournament.
Could kick long rail, or excuse me, to this rail below us. He can't get to the 9. Could try to draw off the 3 and go into the back of the 14. Could go off the 8 and try and play the 6 to your pocket. Problem with trying to scramble everything is the 15 and 10 down here. You want to swing back around and leave him long. That's not happening. Wow. Wow. Very, very good. That took care of a lot of problems for T-Rex. You know, what did he go into here? The 13? Off the 7. Made the 9. Carom the 14. And everything else out. And absolutely no shot for Evan unless he can play the 15. Excuse me, the 11. He wants to shoot. You can see it in his body language. But you've done so much work to keep Evan off the shot. Can you hold out another inning? No, it's go time. He's milking it. I feel like you can come off the 14 with spin and get behind the 11. Or tick below the 11 here and kick it out. Oh, you can see the 11 full. That was always the play, I think. Looked like the bank that he was looking at was just too steep and to draw way out of it. slightly longer game, but you've got to respect it. Tony was in a trap for about 20 minutes, this rack. Alright, the 3 and 9 are cluttered up. Not looking at the 10 at all. And did the 1 get there? A soft kick behind the 8 now. Real good cue ball. That 3 and 9 could turn out to pose a big problem here soon. Must like this rail first with the 1 to the stripe, going into the 8 heavy. Just trying to get it over and block him. Still not looking up table at all. Not saying there's a play there, but I feel like you could bank the stripe. Is it the 15? Pass the 6 and get up under the 2. He's going to move the 9 for him. Yeah, so he felt like that was wired and tried to shorten the cue ball up. Extremely elevated there. He's left a cut on the 1. Cue ball will track to a pretty good spot, I believe. I don't want to catch the 13. And if you did, you want to catch it full. Just going to cinch the 6. Good decision here. Kind of awkward, these balls. Going to go forward on the 11 then. Try and protect the 12-3. I think he caught that thinner than he wanted to, honestly. Worked out. Now looking at the 8, but the 3 passes. excuse me, you can see the 10. He dropped below the 8. Yeah. Tough. He was stretched at the bridge. Nothing easy. Didn't leave anything really easy. Yeah, you shoot the 5, you get 1. You bank the 10, you could get a lot. Chose to kick it. Speed was great. Didn't hit it bad, that's for sure. Oh, wow. Unexpected. Really unexpected. Just hit it real firm. I thought he could just soft roll. It was never in any danger to just bunt it out. Chohan. With the ball, Lunda. Scratched. He is on 0, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there is 1 ball apiece. Wow, and big movement there from Tony. See him moving the arm. Tony just spotted 1. Nice float there, really good touch. Okay, I believe if the ball count is right, or the score, it should be 3-1 now. And balls, unless Tony fouled when he, I'm not sure that Tony fouled when he missed that ball. Just gonna have to play a passive shot here coming off the bottom of the 5. Score is right. And they are grinding. So big miss by Tony. He's pretty fatigued, I believe, from the body movement we noticed when he was jumping up in the first game. I think his shoulder's hurting him from what it looked. You didn't want to hit the 8, that's for certain. Just trying to get the 11 down table. Lunda got a look at the 14 now. He just drew clear of the 4. Didn't want anything to do with it. Now it's 3-1. Can he bank the 8 here and just swerve below 2 rails? Out of the way of the 11. I think he can avoid the 11 with an outside ball. Might just draw 1 rail over, but that seems a little more dangerous. He couldn't avoid the 11, but he made the 8. Very good. What do you do here? Just knock the 1 over to your side softly. He's trying to bank it and go into the 5. Pretty good. I mean, going into the 5 was tough enough. Double kissed. Yeah, he's just mishitting the ball when there's distance. Cut that way too thin. Lunda playing for 4. It's rubbing off. Then again, it wasn't automatic. He had distance there. And when you're kind of grinding in games, right? When this happens in one pocket, the stroke can change. The way he's acting tells me that he's not really able to avoid the 12 here. Great shot, more value going to it now. I don't know that you try to get position here. Smoothed it. Now he can cut the 1 and go into the 5. Is it dangerous? Of course it is. You go into the 5 kind of with a low outside ball. Just going to stay leveled out with an outside ball. And caught it heavy. And this time, it's probably going to really hurt. He can get down for the 1 next. Clean. Can he get to the 4? The 11 might bank as well, if you could bring the cue ball over. long. Boy, I don't know that you can spin out of this cross. Tony, one of the best to do it. Now I'm going to try and spin to the inside of the ball, very thin. Wow. Incredibly difficult to scratch 2 rails out of that top right corner down in the lower left. It's how thin you've got to catch the 4 with extreme inside English. Almost a masse inside. What it actually is. Alright, big shot here. Wants to go into the back of the 4 if he can. He's just cinched it. Okay. So. Lunda. On the hill. Keep his hopes alive, this is a must win. It starts here. Lay a good breakdown. And you've done that. I know he's disappointed with himself, Tony, right? And he's tired, and when you're in that position, it's tough, but Evan's probably pretty tired as well. Kicking the inside of that stripe. Speed looks really good. Really good. My goodness gracious. When it rains, it pours. But the speed was unbelievable, it seemed. Tony at a loss. Watch this corner. That would just be the cherry on top. It's all you could really do. What can Evan do here? Can you spin out of the top right corner, crossing that stripe, kind of bringing the cue ball towards the 10? I don't know about it. It's hard to tell what he can see and what he can't here. Pretty dangerous to cross that ball. And that's what he tried. He tried to go directly at the 10. Caught the kiss. Heavy. You'll notice how quick he's getting down on the ball. That's also a sign of fatigue. Very good. Does he have a look at the 5? Punching around to the 7. Even better. He's going to go to the 15 now. It felt like he was trying to punch the 7 there. He's kind of landed in the 50. I think you want to catch the stripe, which is the 12. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Playing for 4. Just didn't want to end up straight. And I guess he has. And you were natural to carry an angle there. So, more work to do. Only playing for 3. Should be okay. Don't induce some type of a miss here, trying to power the 9 in and draw out. Yeah, forward's probably the right play here. Get some type of a bank. Can hold the 8. Or play the 1. This carries position. Now that he did bump the 3 and 4, I guess the 1 does as well. Alright. It looks like a pretty good recovery by T-Rex. We wouldn't have it any other way. They're going to play 1 game for all the cheddar. 2 games apiece. And a big break coming up for Evan Lunda. The first break, he missed the head ball. Second break, he laid down well. A lot riding on this rack. Probably quite a bit more pressure for Tony. Is in the finals of the bank pool versus Gorst, so has a legit chance at the 20,000 master of the table. Ooh, and got a little flick off the 15 to lay the 13 up. Can you see all of the 7, meaning can you shoot the 7 towards the bottom of the 13 with power, draw your cue ball 1-2 around to the lower right and just kind of leave Evan flat on the 2, try and sweep everything out. A lot of times when you do that, you send something close to your pocket. That's what he tried to do. The 7 got a double kiss. Yeah, if the 7 gets out of there, look at the result. Kind of a free 2 ball now. Kind of, though. Not necessarily. The 15 is cuttable. If he decides to roll at the blue 2. Can he get to the 7? No, he can. That changes everything. 1 big shot away here. So snookered on the 15. Everything is tough for these guys right now. Yeah, the corner pretty big. He's looking to kick behind the 13 and send the cue ball behind the stack. If it was out just a bit more, I think it's pretty on, but he's got to catch this thin, meaning aim higher if he wants to kick at it. With a lot of inside. And 3-rail this out. opportunities slip away there for sure. Gonna smash into the pile. At the 12. Looking at the 1-8. You almost have to hit this with a little pace to kind of warp the cue ball and keep it there. Is the 5 going towards Tony's pocket here? Yeah, he's overhit that. Unless he's got him snookered on the 6, I don't believe that's possible from this line. I don't think you can cross this ball by any means, but you can 2-rail it out and draw up towards the center diamond. Oh, got a lot out of it. Opened the 9 and 12 up and laid the 15 down. Does the 14 bank? Don't believe so. Does the 10 bank? He will gamble. Yeah, if he's going to go down, that's definitely not the way he wants to go. I think he was kind of torn between trying to cross the 10 or try and dig out of it there. Got to look at the 3. Position could be a bit tricky though. Alright. Make sure the 6, 11, 14 is not wired to Tony's pocket. He's going to bank at the 15. Simply because the position isn't guaranteed off the 3. So you're going to wrap all the way around. I feel like you could bank the 15 next if you cut the 3 and go into the 12. Oh, he hit it great. I think he got there. I think he got there on the 12. If not, he can play the 9-3. Yeah, he's just really got to get this ball down. Now he can wrap all the way around if he'd like. He's got the World's Fair, the 2, 5, the 9, the 14. I would ensure getting all the way around. That's just me. But it's player preference for sure. It's whatever he feels comfortable with. Just feel like you could always get to the 14 with the 2 and 5 the way they are. They both go. You can get to the 14 with the 9. And it's impossible not to get to those balls if you want to come around. Yeah, and that's what he chose to do. Good decision. Because initially I think you wanted to go to the 14. Yeah, really everything. Tic-tac-toe, kind of. Just get to the 5 here. Playing for 3.
All right, I need Clay Davis and Terminus, please. Clay Davis with Terminus.
Yeah, Tony probably regrets it. I'm pretty sure he had a cross corner of some type, whether it was just a stun, trying to shorten a ball up, or crossing the 10. I think that's what he was fighting with. Ended up trying to do the right thing, we all think. Ended up biting him. Evan came with a nice bank. I mean, he has come with a lot of nice banks this match. Some of the best I've seen. Playing for 1. The 4 must be good. This one's gonna hurt Chohan. Still in the running for the all-around, but Lunda gets the W. He will move on. He does have a loss, but you got to give him credit. He came with some big shots at the right time. Got this match done. I am your host, Scott Frost. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will talk to you soon.